Hey everyone, good day. In today's session, I'm going to talk to Daniel Canosa and we'll be interviewing him about his course, the Notion Academy. Hi Danielle, thank you for joining us in today's session and we'd like to talk to you about your course, the Notion Academy. And can you tell us more about you first? Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, so I have a background as an electronics engineer. So I was working as an engineer for I think 6 or 7 years. I
Mm.
had some international experience. I was working first in China, and then my job finished. The company I was working with went bankrupt. So I was put in a position in which I didn't want to work for anyone else. So I wanted to try my own thing. And after several trials of into the filmmaking industry, selling online presets, helping other people create their own online courses, via a conversation with my girlfriend, she gave me the idea, in fact, of why you don't teach people Notion, because I was
Yeah.
always talking to her about Notion. I was trying to pull her into the Notion ecosystem, but she's not like me. She didn't like it at first. Now but
Nice.
she gave me a brainstorm of ideas of things that I could teach people, and the only one that made me feel, oh, that is my thing, was when she said, why don't you teach Notion to people? And that's it. I stop her. I don't need any other ideas because this is what I want.
Yeah, so this is it. This is your website, the Notion Academy. Can you tell us a bit more about how you started this and when did you start this?
Yes, so all of this started, I think, on July 2020. And the next day that we had this conversation, my girlfriend and me, I started scripting all the videos. And yeah, I think I pulled all this off like in the first version of the course, because now it's been iterated. I think it took me like 3 weeks or 1 month.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah, because all the content was already in my head. So it was all the things that I was already doing. And it felt so natural to me to just explain it, because I also had some background as a teacher. I was teaching salsa, which gave me that feeling that I don't know how I got it. I think it's through salsa. That feeling of knowing where the student is at each step of the process. So as I had this kind of empathy, I was able to script all the videos super easily, and then to script and then to record them, just following the that script.
That's an interesting story. You started from salsa and now you're teaching Notion. Can you tell us a bit about that story before we continue?
Yes, so I've been a salsa dancer for 6 years, I think. And during my time in China, when I was working for that company, in my spare time, I was teaching also salsa. So I think it was for 2 years where I was giving free and paid classes. We were having some classes in a park, and there was time that there were more than 50 people that came to the classes. And I was also taking some private classes. So yeah, it all started as something for fun because I just love it. But I didn't know that this was giving me the skill of teaching, which I am then now using for the Notion Academy.
Nice. When you were working on the Notion Academy, what was it like? You mentioned earlier, what was your schedule like?
My schedule was crazy, and in fact, I could say that it was also affecting my relationships and everything, because when I started full on with this, so this meant working from Monday to Sunday, not taking virtually no days off, working,
Wow.
I don't know, 12, 15 days, 15 hours per week, per day, sorry. So everything was difficult. And it was when I realized that my relationships were suffering, even my, my mental health was also suffering, that I took a step back and said, okay, no, this cannot be like this. I know this is just the beginning, so it's where most of the hard work should be put. But I decided to make a shift and to prioritize also my life, even if that will mean that I will grow a little bit slower. But in the end, like relationships are first. So yeah, that's why I made that change. But yeah, no, in the beginning it was hard. So people that
Yeah.
think that creating online courses is just passive income, I'm gonna be on the beach sipping margaritas and money coming in the bank. That is not the case.
Yeah, you had quite an investment of your time, especially at the start. But what
Mhm.
will people learn from this program, the Notion Academy? What are you really teaching in this?
Yeah. So I think the main thing that that people will end up with is a system that for me is like having a virtual assistant that is free and works for you 24/7. Because I outsource so many of my mental processing to this system. Like all my tasks are there, all my conversations with people are there, my weekly reviews that keep me on track to everything that I need to get done for the next 7 days, my monthly reviews, my finances, my all my consultation clients are organized from there. Like almost everything it's in there. So for me, the feeling that this provides to the people and to myself is as if before I had a very heavy weight on my shoulder because I needed to remember a lot of things that I needed to get done. So now it's as if this weight was lifted off of my shoulders, and now like I can finally breathe and I can just trust that system is going to assist me in doing everything that I need to get done and in pursuing my goals and my objectives and everything.
Yeah, how did you get started here? What was their inspiration with Notion? How did you get started?
I don't remember how I stumbled upon Notion. I just know that I downloaded the app and my brain exploded. Like, sorry for the cursing, but I said, holy shit, what is this app? I can do so many things with it. So I spent countless hours on YouTube researching everything that people were doing because I'm creative, but not that much. So I needed some inspiration from others. And I found out that I could do so much stuff. People were using it even to build websites, of course, to organize their life, like for everything. So I spent a lot of time developing my own systems and iterating in them until I felt that I could share it with others. Because again, one thing is to develop a system just from the theory, but another thing is to experience it, to tweak it, to make the needed changes that just experience can tell you until you have something worth sharing.
Nice. So it's interesting how you developed this program and starting with what you've learned. But while you're not working with this, what's your life like? What does a regular day for you look like?
As usually now I'm currently based in Bali, so this is one of the upsides that working in with the Notion Academy has bring me, that now I can live in Bali and work at the same time. I mean, right before this call, 1 hour ago, we were in a seafood market, for example, where you can buy a lot of seafood and they will grill it in some grills and eating, watching the sea. We also like going to the beach to see the sunset. The nature here is, there is no words to describe it. And we're also learning how to surf. We are also dancing salsa some Sundays. So there is so many things going on, but the simple things are the most meaningful. Like we love just me and my girlfriend that we are both living here. We love just going to the beach during the sunset and just walk there. That is amazing.
Nice, nice. Wow, you're living the life. You're able to teach, work, and then walk to the beach when you need to. That's so great. So, what does your audience now say? Those who have taken your course, what do they say about it after going through your program?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember one of my students, Nancy. One of the things that she said that has stuck to my heart because it was exactly what I wanted when I was creating this program is that the Notion Academy has made her rethink her whole life and start prioritizing things that she didn't even know that she wanted. So just by the action of building the systems that we use in the program, you're gonna start to question yourself, what do you want to get out of life? So it's like this impasse time for reflection. And for me, that is the exact outcome that I want, because I think we get um, very into our day-to-day activities that we never stop to think, okay, where am I going? What do I really want? So I think this program is a perfect opportunity for doing that, for really stopping and asking ourselves, and then building a system that is going to help us going towards that goals that we want.
Wow, nice. So, you were talking about what's happening next. So, what is next for you after you're doing this program? You made your Notion Academy. What are you going for next?
I'm going to keep growing the course. So I feel that this course is never ending, and I'm always going to find new ways to help the students. For example, now I think since 2 or 3 months ago, I have started to do internal office hours for the students, in which they can come live and ask me questions. Sometimes we're going to workshop live some of their problems. Sometimes I'm gonna bring new content. For example, now that the Notion API had just come,
Yeah.
in 2 days we're gonna have an office hours about the API and how to use it. So growing the community. We also have a Slack channel, making people more engaged and keeping adding content to the course. As I said, now I'm gonna be recording content for the Notion API for the course, and also I want to keep the diving more deep into business use cases within the course. Now we already have a business section, but it's something that I really love doing, helping solopreneurs and small business owners. So I'm gonna keep adding new content related to that.
Yeah. So you're really now targeting small business owners and entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, how can people now join the course? Basically, they go to this website, right?
Exactly, yes. In the notionacademy.com, you will be able to find all the information about the program. And also, if you want to get more in touch with me, I'm very active in Twitter and in at the Canosa, or on YouTube, Daniel Canosa. So these are the three main ways to get more information, to get in contact with me and the program.
So your Twitter is twitter.com/the
Yes,
Canosa, right? Let me just
exactly.
show that on screen here right now. So they can, in case they also want to inquire, they
Mm-hmm.
can just visit here.
Yes.
And there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions and showing us how you can be productive even more with having a Notion in your system, using Notion as a system. And thank you
Yes.
very much. Until next time.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Ali, for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.